The Sports County Report with Lieber King, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales. Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lieber King.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
My name is James Shiver, S-H-I-V-E-R, James, Biblical James. St. Edmund High School. I'm the head coach, athletic director. I run all the sports at St. Edmund.
Coach, going back a little bit, before you became the head coach, you're an alum of St. Ed's.
Yes, sir.
You told me 84.
94.
94.
Yes, sir. I'm
I was going to date you.
You dating me, Lee.
I'm an 89.
Yes,
I was thinking the 80s. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But the history here, you know everything about this school.
Well, I know a lot about it. I've been here for a long time. We're actually sitting in the oldest active school building in the state of Louisiana, built in the 1930s. This was the original high school. This is the old gym complex. My office is in there because it has a lot of sentimental value to me. Like this office was my pre-state father Joe used to teach us chorus in this office in the 90s, and I was in the chorus class. I took it more as a joke, but it was a really good class, right. You know. That couch right there was my principal's couch, the one you guys were in earlier. My principal, I spent a lot of time on that couch because I wasn't always a model student.
Right.
But when I found it in an old closet, and it was full of mildew. It was black. No. So I pressure washed it. We cleaned it at a car wash of all places, right? Let it dry out, and then put it in my office just because that was Harry Summerlin's, actual.
It means something.
Office. It means something to me. I mean, it means that I spent a lot of time in trouble. Is what it means. This whole school means a lot to me. Right. I love it here. I've been here. I'm going on my 7th year. And I'm just trying to do really good things here. And I tell the boys all the time, look at life like you were Walt Disney. Be creative. It's not work whenever you enjoy what you're doing.
Right.
And I love what I'm doing, and it's just a great place to be.
Coach, being that you went to school here in '94, graduate, the dream come true of being the head coach here. I mean, how did that come about, and how did it make you feel once you knew that you were going to be the head coach at the school you went to?
Well, I was wandering through life, Lee. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do.
Because you did some arena league football.
I did. I coached arena ball. I played at UL Lafayette. It was USL back in the day. I played it a couple years in indoor leagues in the arena and all this kind of stuff. And last year I was the head coach of the Voodoo whenever they came back last year. I loved the arena football league. It was always something I ended up falling in love with right out of college. Yeah. But I went to public school, and it wasn't what I thought it would be. I was expecting, at LSU or something really on that level. And a lot of public schools treat football and other sports almost like a, like 4-H or like a club,
Yeah.
So I thought, well, the only way I can change that is if I get into administration, So I went back, I got my master's degree, and I said, I'm going to be a principal, And about the same time, they were going through a coaching change here at St. Ed's, and I was actually working in the alternatives program in Evangeline Parish, and I would run the suspension program. If you got suspended, you had to come to me. It didn't matter what school you were at in the parish, and they would come for about 10 days. And it wasn't bad. It was new. It was cutting edge. They really do a great job. Mr. Stephen Manuel there, the principal of the alternative school called Central, does a great job. Anyway, so I was working for him, and one of my other buddies that was a coach, Jimmy Hardware, was working there too. And so they called me and they said, "Hey, Coach, you're an alumni. Why don't you come be on the committee to help us pick a coach here at St. Ed's?" And man, I felt honored. I was like, "Hey, my old school's calling my number. I got to go help my old school, right?" So I come back over and we're in the meeting and we talking about football and everything. And a guy goes, "Why don't you be the coach?" And I'm thinking, I'll be the coach. I don't know, man. I'm not sure about that, Next thing I know, there's a number floating around, and I said, "Hey, can I start in 2 weeks?" You know, I mean, it was great.
You went from being on the committee to being
the coach, right?
Yeah.
And so it was wonderful, man. It was a big homecoming, and at the time on the committee was my old principal, Mr. Eric Summerlin.
Yeah.
So I felt really honored. Before he passed away, he had wrote me. He texted me he actually called and left me a really good voicemail, and he knew I was in a meeting, so he knew I wouldn't be able to answer, and I still have that voicemail. And he just said, basically said, I'm glad you're back in the nest, and so I've been here. It's been great. Gotten to do some fun things, meet a lot of people, and now I'm at the point in my career where those people are starting to retire and I'm starting to become the old guy,
Right.
So I try to help as many young guys as possible. In fact, the other day I was helping a coach get a defense coordinator job for the first time, and he goes, Coach, how do I repay you? And I said, you don't. You just pay it forward to the next guy, and that's what we do, as coaches. And a lot of people are getting out of this profession, and I'm hoping to help as many people as I can to stay in it,
right?
Because the young people need us. I start off all of our practices, or at least I end them one way or another, telling the kids that I want to win a state championship as bad as anybody wants to win it all. But my job here is to create future fathers, future community leaders, future men, future husbands. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to accomplish. And if I don't ever win a state championship, I'll know whenever I see them have a child, or whenever I see them get married, or whenever I see them doing something in the community, that maybe I helped get that where it needed to be.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Lee, we spend as much or more time with the kids than their parents do. So you end up falling in love with 50 different kids every year. Yeah. It's just it's an awesome job.
Plus you and Eunice, man, you got surrounded by crawfish ponds.
Crawfish fry, a new Whataburger, got a new Waffle House, man.
But I'll say that because if you're seeing this from Texas, or you watching this, driving in from Church Point, like the back roads, beautiful, just ponds and just beautiful countryside. And
well, Lee, I'll give you a perfect example. There was a college coach that came the other day, and usually a college coach will come in, stop in for 5 or 10 minutes, but this guy was from Montana, coaching in Florida, and he was like, Coach, you got 15, 20 minutes to show me around? So I took him out to a crawfish pond.
Come on.
Yes. He ended up staying there for 3 hours.
Wow.
He had never seen stuff like that. He took so many pictures. I said, well, hopefully we'll get something out of this deal,
You might hire him.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it was a great, people come here, they don't see it. It's the culture, man.
Unique.
The culture's different. It's very unique. Yes, sir.
I grew up in Baton Rouge, but I spent a lot of time in Baton Rouge, New Orleans. But I went to the Mamou Festival growing up. So I knew about Eunice in the 80s.
Yes.
Prior to the magazine, because we started a magazine in 97.
Yes.
And I always went to the festival, and I admit I went to the Purple Peacock. I ate Mama's Chicken and Eunice way back, and great community. Has friends that are from Eunice, and love this place, love the small communities, because I grew up in Central, a small town. So right outside of Baton Rouge.
We don't have the Purple Peacock anymore. We still have Mama's became Crispy Cajun.
Okay.
We still have Crispy Cajun. It is really great, and so we still have all of our old traditions. But the Peacock was famous. I think it was statewide. Everybody knew. Thursdays were beer bust.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.